Okay, copy it right. The distribution religion, the media archaeology of the Sandin image processor. Oh, you know what? Let me share video one more time. Okay, now I'm optimized. Great. Copy it right. The distribution religion, the media archaeology of the Sandin image processor. Pioneering computer models such as Dan Sandin's image processor, 1969 through 73, is when he imagined and built it, gives users agency and expose the invisible labor behind the mysterious inner workings, the black box of image processing and new media art archiving. Bruce Latour uses the term black box to describe the obfuscation of time, labor, and materials. Look around the room. Consider how many black boxes there are in the room. Open the black boxes. Examine the assemblies inside. Each of the parts inside the black box itself is a black box full of parts. If any part were to break, how many humans would immediately materialize around each? How far back in time, away, in space, should we retrace our steps to follow all of those silent entities that contribute peacefully to your reading this chapter at your desk, or in this case, watching this video live on your screen? In 2021, I began to research the Sandin IP and set out to explore the possibilities of carrying on the spirit and ethos of this earlier era by reconstructing the analog hardware as digital software to open the black box of image processing by tracing the genealogy of analog image processing techniques. Multiple Sandin IPs are still active in private and public collections. Artist Amy Carl, the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and Alfred University all maintain their own living IPs. To create my own living IP requires a further step, a transformation to an open source zombie media vessel. From the point of view of new media art archiving methodology, the Sandin IP offers a case study to find solutions for new media art archiving. This case study may be one of the strategies to overcome the existing archival challenge. Multiple video synthesizers survive and thrive because of the distribution religion policy, or distribution religion vision Sandin and his collaborator Phil Morton employed, centered on human interconnection, low or no cost activities, community as resource, open source sharing of intellectual property, artist self-archiving, and DIY activities. Terry Wong's article, Global Archiving Network, a case study at the second summit on new media art archiving at ISEA 2022 states, new media is a contemporary art category in which the media itself is very technology dependent. Artists often incorporate emerging technologies in their artworks and constantly redefine the category. Unlike many more static traditional art media, this evolving genre of art faces a severe problem. Many recently created artworks can no longer be exhibited and may disappear without a trace due to technology obsolescence, lack of data, and insufficient documentation. Defying obsolescence, Sandin's IP remains active after 50 years. Researching and replicating Sandin's high-tech synthesizer led me to the black box keys of zombie media archaeology. How do artists store and organize hardware and software? Or how can a culture build a lifespan into a model with a vision wider than that of profit? To envision the infrastructure for a new media art archive requires looking at sustainable designs and art. The example of the analog IP provides a confusing challenge: how to preserve a video instrument, a high-tech technology invention with intricate parts and purposes. In attempting to remake the analog hardware as digital software, I learned that Sandin's IP synthesizer lives on in its users. Sandin emphasized community as the main energy resource. The relationships formed foster a community of support for high technology, non-human machines that require the delicate human hand and creative mind to survive. What is old or new? What is original or a copy? Who or what is the average type or deviant? Foucault in the Archaeology of Knowledge states that these dualisms, old, new, original, copy, average, deviant, become value judgments. In listening to Foucault's appeal to reevaluate binary differences, zombie media conceptually stems from media archaeology, a new materialist approach for investigating technology. And Sandin himself really, this is me connecting these ideas, but he met with me in a Zoom meeting, and he, I think, gave amazing advice that new media artists and archivists can benefit from. And you can listen to that if you read the paper and follow a link at the end. He says, in that community building adventure, we had this copy it right idea. Rather than trying to prevent people from copying your stuff, the best strategy was to let them copy it and distribute it and expand its reach.